Vice Chairman and Managing Principal for the U.S. Industry Program at Deloitte. It's a great pleasure and privilege to be here this evening as one of the sponsors of this tremendous event. Now I'd like to introduce our second speaker, also a pilot, Nancy Fein, Vice President of Customer Relations for Toyota Motor Sales U.S.A. Please welcome Nancy.
Thank you, and good evening. And I'm going to address my remarks tonight to the other women honorees, the ones that are out here, the ones that are still backstage, and the ones that are yet to be, that are the daughters of some of the others that are here tonight. And at first, though, I'd like to thank Keith Crane and everybody at Automotive News for putting this together in 2000, 2005, and this year. It's truly a special event. Thank you. So, I'd like to just take my time now to talk about how these 100 women mean so much to our industry and to women everywhere, in the past, in the present, and in the future. So if we start with the past, I started with this industry 28 years ago. And at that time, I don't think you could have found 100 women leaders in this industry. There were 0 women executives and there were 0 in the pipeline. A couple of years after I started, though, Bob McCurry brought Jan Thompson into Toyota and into a management position right away. And I looked and I said, you know, if she can do it, maybe I can too. So the 100 women in this are the real trailblazers, and they remain the trailblazers. The breakers of glass ceilings, the pavers of the way that have made it safe for other people to step up in this industry. The difference that you have made is that no one can say anymore that women can't make it in the auto industry, because you have. And the key point here is that that's the present. You are right now making a huge difference. You're not just senior managers. You are respected leaders in your companies and in the entire industry. You are role models for people you don't even know, and that includes men and women. And you are changing the way we do business by challenging the status quo. You are unapologetic mothers, wives, contributors in your community, and you have made it safe for other people in our industry, men and women, to do the same thing. I personally admire Tracy Doy. She's my colleague at Toyota Motor Sales, and whenever I think that my fabulous engineer husband Len and I have a whirlwind life in front of us, I think about Tracy. She's our CFO. She's got a teenager and a preteen and a husband, and she takes regular Pilates classes. She's a contributor to the community, and she's an international member of the business community on the Japan-American Council. I don't know how she does it, but she does it all with style and grace every day. And she makes it easy for other people to say, I can have a life and be successful and make a major contribution to this industry at the same time. So no, to my other 99 honorees, you are making a difference. And what you're doing is not only inspiring our business and our colleagues, it's making our business even stronger for the future. Which leads me to the last point, which is the future. You have the potential to make an even bigger contribution in the future. After the roller coaster ride of the last 2 years, I don't have to tell anybody, the honorees or the rest of you in this room, that our business is changing. But as we emerge from all that turbulence, our leadership and our support for our colleagues in leadership will shape what we will become. Leaner, more efficient, sure, but more customer-centric, more technology-savvy, and more appreciative of the diversity that makes strength in our workplace. We, as leaders and as women, have the distinct opportunity right now to push that envelope and to push in new directions in our industry, in our environment, and in the recruiting and hiring and developing of other women. I love Nancy Joya's quote in the article last week. She said, we have an industry that's just not appealing to the people we're trying to attract. And by the way, those are the people we're trying to get as our customers as well. But we can change that. The 100 women in this group and the ones who come behind us can pave the way to change our industry. This is our time, this is our place, and we're the people to make that happen. So I look forward to talking with all of you afterwards and to making that future happen. Thank you.
I now will continue with our next category for this evening in finance. Our first honoree in this category is Jan Birch, Vice President and Treasurer at BorgWarner. As Treasurer and Chief Information Officer at Chrysler, Jan Birch used her financial management skills to help guide the company through the complex maze of bankruptcy. Now she's using those same talents in a new global role at BorgWarner. Sherry Burgess, Vice President and Treasurer at Lear Corporation. Sherry Burgess was a key member of the Lear team that persuaded holders of debt to reduce the seatmakers' debt burden dramatically through a negotiated 4-month stint in bankruptcy. Angie Chatton, President of CarMax Auto Finance. Angie Chatton successfully navigated CarMax Auto Finance through the worst recession in the company's history to record profits and financed more than $1.9 billion in CarMax sales during the last fiscal year. Shannon Curry, Treasurer, American Axle and Manufacturing Holdings. When American Axle was flirting with Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the summer of 2009, Shannon Curry played a lead role in revamping the supplier's capital structure. She worked directly with American Axle's bank lenders to renegotiate loan terms and help land a deal with General Motors that brought the supplier more than $200 million in cash and loans in exchange for an up to 20% stake in the supplier. Tracy Doy, Chief Financial Officer of Toyota Motor Sales U.S.A. Tracy Doy has navigated Toyota through the turbulent financial crisis of the past 2 years. And when Toyota's recall crisis struck earlier this year, she rapidly mobilized finances to ensure Toyota had sufficient resources to respond to customer and dealer needs. Joy Filatico, Vice President of Global Marketing at Ford Motor Credit Company. Joy has broad responsibility for marketing one of the world's largest auto finance companies. She leads a team of 125 employees responsible for consumer and dealer marketing, finance, product marketing, and digital marketing. Terry Iwasaki, Vice President, CFO, and Treasurer of Metaldyne. Terry Iwasaki helped lead Metaldyne through bankruptcy and resizing, played a key role in determining which parts of the company to sell and which to retain. Metaldyne emerged as a leaner and more strategically focused supplier. Please join me in a round of applause for our honorees in the finance category. Our next category this evening is Human Resources. Our first honoree is Mary Barra, Vice President, Global Human Resources at General Motors. Mary Barra loves the technical fields, having graduated with an electrical engineering degree. She's made a point of visiting every GM assembly plant during her 30-year career at the company. Felicia Fields, Group Vice President for Human Resources and Corporate Services at Ford Motor Company. Felicia Fields' responsibilities include performance management, compensation and benefits, organization development, recruiting, and leadership and professional development. Corporate security, travel, and the company's dealer policy board are also under her watch. Nancy Ray, Senior Vice President of Human Resources at Chrysler Group. The week after she graduated from college, Nancy Ray started work as an interviewer for assembly line workers at Chrysler's Warren, Michigan truck plant. Today, she's at the center of a cultural transformation as Chrysler rebuilds its workforce after a devastating bankruptcy, integrates with Fiat, and launches a new generation of vehicles. Please join me in a round of applause for our Human Resources. The final category that I'll cover is one that covers many other disciplines in the industry. Let's welcome